Hey everybody, it's Chris, and today we're going to be looking at the Dynamic Discs prototype Maverick. In the near future, we're also going to be looking at the Getaway and the Captain, so keep your eyes peeled for those reviews coming soon. But, like I said, today is the Maverick. In this video, you're going to see me throwing it in the field a little bit, and on the course a little bit as well. You're going to see it compared with two discs. One of them is not the River. I apologize ahead of time, I didn't have one in stock, but I did have a Seer, which is fairly similar slotted disc. And what I consider the older school version of these discs, the Innova Leopard. And this is a pre-berry Leopard, so judge however you will on that front. So you will see it compared to both of those thrown. I'm going to attempt to throw them straight, turned over shots, and a lot of wooded shots as well. Now I'm going to be honest with you, this is a slot in the bag that I struggle to throw. I have a lot of friends that throw Leopards. When I tried to throw them, I couldn't do it. I have a lot of friends that throw Rivers. When I tried to do it, couldn't do it. It's just a slot style of disc that I personally struggle with, so I'm going to be honest on that front and say some of this review is going to be skewed just because I was kind of learning these discs as well as trying to throw them. But you will get to see them side by side, and I will say that all three of them actually are quite comfortable in the woods. Instead of having to throw a mid fairly hard, I could power these down a little bit, nice easy throw, get similar distances. So you're actually going to see them thrown in a couple 200-foot holes. You're gonna get to see them thrown in a couple 270-foot holes, and then you'll see me throw it in the field. This one actually parks a basket at 360 feet as well. So it's very comfortable in the hand. The 1.7 centimeter rim is one of the narrowest, if not the narrowest, fairway rim in the Latitude Dynamic Westside lineup. So very, very comfortable. Very, for me anyway, very good fit. And a nice flight. Flips up, flies straight, maybe turns out a little bit and just comes back to center, or if you give it more power it's going to turn and hold. But very shapeable in the woods, especially if you're powering down or if you just need that extra control. So let's go to the video. If you have any questions, as always, please put them below. I'll get back to you, and watch for the Getaway and the Captain. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so here we go out to the field. First throw, 60%. You're going to see just a nice straight shot, maybe a little bit of drift to the right, and just a touch of fade at the end, but overall very straight throw. 80%. A little bit more power. It's going to get some height and it'll disappear, but it's going to drift right, and you can watch it come down in the bush to the right. It'll be good distance, a little bit of fade at the end. And then this is my best power shot with the disc so far. Big hyzer flip. It's going to turn over late, go to the right side of the basket, and then fade right up next to the pin. Alright, here we go, starting the comparisons. Here's a VIP Seer. The Seer is a little bit higher. It's going to turn a little bit more aggressively, I thought, and drift right a touch more, but similar finishes with the Maverick being about 15 feet longer. The next three comparisons are all shorter holes. These are powered down shots. Leopard and Maverick used on both. You can see the Maverick got released a little bit more right than the Leopard on this one. The Leopard kicks some trees and hits right next to the basket at 210 feet. The Maverick ends about 50 feet back, or past it, straight down that gap. The second throw is, again, low power shot, 50% maybe, just letting him throw on a hyzer, and you can see they both hold this line very nicely. They both end up just a little bit longer the basket, maybe 230 overall distance. And then here, again, powered down but put on a turnover line. Again, lines aren't exactly the same. Maverick was a much tighter line, but you can see both of them turn nicely with this power. So Maverick and Leopard were very similar results on these low power shots. Here we go back to the Seer for comparison. This is a 265, 270-foot hole. The Seer is a little bit higher, which means it's going to turn a little bit later and fade out just a touch, but it is going to end up right up almost pin high, whereas the Maverick holds that turn and then fades just a touch late and ends up about 15 feet long of the basket. With this side-by-side view, my goal was for you to be able to see the discs get up in the air and start drifting right. That hard turnover was the goal on both of these. You couldn't see the finish of the disc because of all the trees and the hill, but I wanted to see that initial flight. This next comparison is my favorite of the group, taken on different days with different cameras at different angles, but you can still see the flights of the disc are similar. I know there's a difference in the flights, obviously, but both discs get through the tunnel, they get right, and they actually both gave me a putt, including this putt from the Maverick, which is the closest I've been to the pin, probably 35-ish feet. I was actually really pleased with this result. Two videos, one with the Leopard, one with the Seer, both going to be compared to the same Maverick throw. You're going to see the Maverick video got tilted just a little bit, my apologies for that. But all three of these results, this is a tight tunnel through trees into a very narrow landing zone to hit an angle right toward the basket. These were 3 of my best shots I've ever had on the hole. The Leopard ends up a little bit long of the landing zone. The Seer is going to stop right on this tree right in the middle, which gives you access to the landing zone. And the Maverick missed being in the second portion of the fairway by about 3 feet. So all were good results. In review, the Maverick is a straight to slightly understable fairway driver that fills a nice gap in the current DD lineup, in between those faster mids and the slightly wider rimmed fairways that are currently there. The 1.7 centimeter rim is a very traditional, comfortable feel for the fairways, which I'm guessing a lot of people will like. And as you notice, very useful in the woods. You can throw to 80% power and get good results, similar to a higher power mid throw. Very useful, I thought. It stacked up well against the Seer, and I thought it was very similar overall to the Leopard in flight. Maybe a little bit more understable, but pretty close overall. If you enjoyed the review, please feel free to like it, share it, give it a thumbs up, and please do leave comments so I can get back to you. And as you can see here, the Getaway and the Captain reviews should be coming soon. Hope you enjoyed this video and look forward to the next one. Thanks.